let me take a minute and tell you something interesting about what's on the quilting bed right here. I'm going to back up a little bit. Of course, take a minute to like and subscribe. I want to tell you, we have just hit 300,000 views strong. And why is that, my friends? It's because of your amazing quilts. People want to see these quilts. Let's help get your quilts out to people. Let's increase our numbers and let them know that you are doing amazing work to bring happiness to you, to the people that you're sharing these quilts with, and to others. Now, what do I have right here? I've actually got Candi's quilt. And I'm going to talk to you and tell you a couple things that are going on with it. First, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You'll see pictures not only of this quilt, but other quilts as well. Something kind of interesting. She purchased the fabric right here, little elephants, little zoo animals, little jungle animals, and then she literally took the elephant, trimmed around little elephant, and did a close stitch about 1/8 of an inch in. When you're doing embroidery work, applique work, you can attach it with zigzag, you can attach it with a blanket stitch, you can stitch all the way around it nice and tight, even on the bunny. Right there, we just want to make sure all the edges are down so that when she comes across it, she doesn't pull on anything. Nicely done, Candi, very well. And then some fun little border pieces that she put with it, just a nice little combination to bring contrast. But what I also want to show you is the backing. Now, I need to have about 3 inches on each side of the back in order to be able to have something to grip, as you can see on the sides, and something to connect it with on the top and bottom, as you can see with my red snappers, some people pin. So, her backing is kind of this, let me show you. Well, it's kind of this mottled tannish right here. Just a nice little backing fabric. Doesn't have anything to do with it specifically, but it wasn't quite big enough any direction. And so she added leaders all the way around. You can see she's got leaders starting right here, right here. All sides have leaders on them. Now I'm literally balancing it between the 2 leaders on this side. You can see here's where the seam is right here. But finding out the quilt itself was not going to work on the backing that she had brought. It actually, the backing top to bottom was not wide enough. So what do I have to do? I am literally bringing the backing up into this section, which is a little piece of this same fabric, to be able to make it look like she meant to do that. What I don't want to do is start the quilt right at this little seam, which means it probably would end at the seam on the other side. I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to make it look like she intended it. So I brought it up as far as I can. I'm getting about 2.5 inches of that in it. But I want to tell you something else that happened. When she brought it over, this piece technically was turned the entirely other way. So we talked about it and I said, here's the options that we can do. And so what I did is I literally picked out this whole little seam right here. And then I flipped it around and I stitched it myself back onto the quilt and reattached it on the sides right here. Now it's not only wide enough and long enough, but it's going to look like she intended for it to be there. When it gets to the bottom, I will just run as far as I possibly can. So over here at the quilting studio, I strive to go above and beyond. If that's something that you need to have happen, we'll have a discussion about it. We'll make whatever changes are going to work so that your back will fit onto the front of your quilt, even if it's as small as this one. I need her quilt to be amazing. It's going to be gifted to a sweet little one, and that's a way that we can help it happen. All right, questions or thoughts? Let's get together. Put something down in the comments. We'll start having a discussion. I would be so happy to help you with your quilt. I have years of experience, and this is one of the ways that I show my experience is to know that backing needed to be switched a little bit, and that was something I could do to help her out.